level 11. Now we're just going to rotate this. We want to figure out our missing side A. Okay, so let me just label opposite your side A is your angle A. Okay, so this is going to be my angle A. I'm just going to call this angle B. See, it doesn't matter which you call which. So I'm just going to call this my angle A, and let's call this one side B and that one side C. It doesn't really matter. They're kind of interchangeable. Okay, now notice we don't have an angle C. Okay, we don't have an angle B. Alright, so we're going to have to use the cosine law for this one. We don't have enough information for the sine law. Okay, you need to have two, if you're trying to find a side, you need to have two angles, right? And one of the corresponding sides to one of those angles. Alright, so I'm going to use the cosine law. So I'm going to say I'm trying to find A, so I'm going to use A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. So it starts off like Pythagorean theorem, but remember this is not a right angle triangle, so you have to subtract 2BC times the cosine of angle A. Okay, so now I'm going to fill in what I know. So I don't know the A, so I'm going to keep that as A squared. And the B side is 19.1, so 19.1 squared plus the C side squared is 29.01. Take away 2 times the B, which is 19.1, times the C, which is 29.01, times the cosine of our angle A, which is 60.71 degrees. All right, so handy dandy calculator time. So our A squared is going to be equal to 19.1 squared plus 29.01 squared, take away 2 times 19.1 times 29.01 times the cosine of A. So I put my A in on my calculator. I have to put the angle in first. So 60.71, and then the cosine of it, cos, is equal to 664. Remember, this is A squared though, right? So A squared is 664.2339. I'm going to tell the 5 to round the 9 up to a 10, so 2340. Okay, and I'm going to take the square root. So A is going to be the square root of 664.234, and square root button right here, and that gives us 25. So our A side is 25.7727. Does that make sense? Whoops, Daisy, you didn't see any of that. Okay, so the A is the square root of 664.234, and that gave us 25.7727 decameters. All right, now this length A, it's not the shortest side, so it's going to be somewhere between the 19.1 and the 29.0, and sure enough it is 25.77. So that makes sense considering the numbers that were given. All right, let's go and put it into the program, into the app, and see if we're correct. 25.7727, and our units are decameters. So space, DAM, and then we click on the check button to check to see if we're right. And yay, we are.